Hello and welcome to episode 26 of our Let's Play the Banner Saga. Um, can't we leave? No, it doesn't seem like we can leave actually. It's a bit strange. Guess we'll have to rest. Maybe we can do a training or something. Use the Warren Horn to recover willpower, okay? Use Tail Worth Telling for a 5 damage bonus. Tailward Telling allows heroes to gain a damage bonus when they have lesser strength than the targeted enemy. For every 2 points in strength difference, the hero gains +1 damage bonus. Huh? Oh, it's the buff from Aleo. Defeat all enemies. Oh, this is gonna take a while. I don't really want to do this. Before you settle down to rest, Ivan beckons you. Have you memorized the basic threads of mending yet? I think so. It's hard to find time to practice though. It feels like someone always needs something. Are you going to show me more? Are you going to show me more? Part of weaving is knowing what pattern you're looking to create before you ever begin. Right, so I want to mend a wound like you did with Ivor's arm. The mender smiles. And I want to use your bow to fire an arrow through a line of enemies. Yeah, but that took me years to... Oh, I get it. We'll start small. I'll show you a pattern so tiny it will feel like you're doing nothing. But it's the foundation of many great woven spells. Ivan instructions are easy to follow, but though or tough to repeat accurately more than twice in a row. You're getting it. You just need to relax, and a violent rumble in the ground silences them. His face grows concerned. Juno! He bolts through the shaking woods faster than you imagined he could move.
Aim it. Run.
Oh, it's Avon. I've been here before, but not like this. An ancient tongue. I know the language. How is it you remain alive while inside me? I am no longer sure I can die. Troublesome. You've been hunting me. Such arrogance. I consume what parts of this world I can, but you use a power that is rightfully mine. But your use of a power that is rightfully mine is no longer tolerable. You should not be here, so nothing is yours. False. I am created by a god to become a god. It is you who wish no longer to be here. A mistake was made, but this is not your time. This is my only time because of you. Everything shakes violently. Have I become so pathetic that I cannot even consume you? Why must you consume me? I know of no other way. Everything I seek is just behind your thin shell of flesh, yet something keeps me from it. And if I kept you from it long enough, would you starve? Bringing gods back to life would be easier. You must have a weakness. And so must you. The others with me will find a way to stop you. The space shudders again. The others, could they be your end as well? But you can control them all. You blink and the serpent catches your hesitation. So there is one you cannot control. He would be my salvation, but... Another shudder. I feel it too. We are both dying. No satisfaction in mutual destruction. Impatient has undone me. Frustrating to learn a solution too late. But the space shakes horribly and one last time. Vanek disim Yoko. The serpent hisses just before a flashing light. Terrible pain rips through you both. The two of you shriek simultaneously, and your visions dim. Hush, Juno, you're safe now. I'll escape, you say. Avent. Oh shit. Save your questions, we should get away from here. Several humans and a few Varl wander out of the old wood to rejoin. Almost all look dazed, moving by a road rather than purpose. Not much different than you and the scant few left of this caravan. Ira pulls you aside. This is the weakest I've ever felt, Alet. We've lost so many. I feel the same way. I couldn't do a damn thing to help. You have never seen this war like this. We're all scattered like roaches. I don't know if all the ones missing are dead or just lost. I couldn't tell we were chasing that serpent or trying to get away from it. And the way Avent threw lightning at it. I never seen anything like that, and I've lived a long damn time. He must have wounded that thing 100 times before it stopped, then blasted open its side to save her. It was a pretty brave thing to do. He scared off as many clansmen as the serpent. It was a brave thing to do. Brave, stupid. I'm not sure everyone here has a different opinion. I'm sure everyone here has a different opinion. None of them really mattered because it happened. We move on like we always do. You both look towards Juna and Avon. With the little I've learned about spell reading, I don't think he's an ordinary mender. And the vodka being swallowed by a serpent and cut out with lightning, They sound like one of Aleo's tales. How did she live through that? I don't know how any of us. He looks around. I guess not many of us did live through it. The silence that follows becomes an unavoidable presence. Morale declined. When Juno stands from the cart carrying her, clansmen recall old prayers or pull their children behind them. She takes in their frightened stares with grace, but beckons Avent to join her away from the caravan. The two menders are given privacy, but out of fear more than out of respect. Iris shakes his horned head. I'm not sure where all this is leading, but the clansmen, what's left of them, aren't doing so good. They'll be fine, we all will. I speak to the bigger families and try to calm them down. Train more fighters. I'll speak to the bigger families and try to calm them down. While you are doing that, Iris says, I'll see what I can find out from the members. You find a few family leaders and do your best to assure them that things will calm down. Waterfalls, smashed towns, horseborn, and giant snakes, one fellow says. You got no clue what's coming. Others shout their arguments, but he calls them to be quiet. Neither do any of us, and that's the truth. So we stick to your banner. The others lose the fight in their eyes and nod. Fiskevik. Alright. Let's see what's happening.
There are signs of recent fighting all around Fiskevik. But it might provide a meeting ground for all who scattered when the serpent struck.
Days have passed since Haven pulled Juno from the serpent. Though the Mender are mostly back to their normal selves, the clansmen continue to keep their distance. I'm worried about all the people we're missing, scattered like that in the old wood. I feel guilty. You can't prepare for a giant snake busting up your camp. But these people depend on me. I gave them my oath we would get to Arbrang. And keep going. From the moment you left Skogar, you knew everyone wouldn't make it, but the rest of you can. Besides, what else can you do? You'll stay alive, and as long as you do, these people are going to follow you. You keep saying you instead of we. Are you trying to sell me something? The giant world sighs. Juno and Ivan, they want me to join them. What? Join them where? They haven't filled me in on most of the plans, but they said I'm needed and that we're leaving the caravan. Leaving all three of you? All three of us. Why would you do this to me? Why now? Look at what's left of the caravan. I've seen who is left. A bunch of humans and Vrall who depend on you and Hacken, not me. But I would never have made it this far without you. Then I've done my job. This isn't easy, but don't make it harder than it has to be. Before you can respond, Juno and Avon arrive. Their hollow appearance catches you off guard. I've told you of our plans. What he could. What's this all about? We are no longer good for the caravan. Our presence not only scares the clansmen, but puts them in real danger. Beyond that, the serpent's attack has clarified our need to move quickly, something we cannot do with all of you. But this caravan needs the three of you. I need you to help to get these people to Arborang. That's not entirely true. We've been working on something Juno learned about the Gerador's Godstone. That's right, lend me your map. Confused, you hand your map to the Valka. She and Avent hold it at corners, while tracing patterns with spear and staff. The map glows faintly, and loose threads from her cloak and from his tunic snake through the aged material. The image pulses. It looks alive. Not sure what we're supposed to see. Besides the purple stuff. The gods may be dead, but a few of their secrets remain. I had spoken about the darkness enshrouding the land, and now you bear witness to it on your map. The sky will soon reflect the truth shown here. Even the chasm opening across the land are displayed, but your path to Arborang is clear. Speed will be your ally now. With so few, you should be able to outpace whatever comes your way. I still don't understand why you need Ivor. There are so few of us. Because of you two. I still don't understand why you need Ivor. A one-armed Varl brings good luck. You shake her head but refuse to look at the Varl. Ivor's strength and resolve will be necessary for us in the days ahead. It's the same resolve you use daily. And you will have Haken and the remaining Varl with you for strength. Ivor is my friend. Ivor exhales loudly, like he is releasing a breath he has held for ages. In all my years, you and your father are the only two I could call friends. I doubt that will change, even if I live another century or two, and it sure won't change with distance. Understand? No words come to mind, so you simply nod. You and the rest of the caravan are needed in Arborang. What will assault you there will require every bit of your wits and strength to survive. And even then, you will perish if we do not succeed. How will I know if you succeed? You'll know because you'll be still alive. You must get to the capital. You must stay alive. No matter what occurs, hold out as long as you can. Hold on until the darkness breaks. Silence follows her words. You keep saying darkness, but what is it? Juno stares at you. Your concern about the darkness starts to fade until Avon touches her shoulder. The darkness is a mistake, a part of this world never meant for you or us or anyone alive today. Then why is it here? Because Avon, that's enough. The Vanka looks at you, and for a moment, their hard-eyed expression cracks. We're trying to do what we have to do. What we have to. You notice her spear moving ever so slightly before your mind moves to other things. What can I expect in Arborang? I wish I could promise you nothing but safety, but Arborang will be the refuge for so many. Clans will fight for power the way they always do, even in the face of destruction. Remember, you are a Sunder Slayer. Your reputation will help you a great deal. That doesn't really put me at ease. Just use what you've learned on this journey to keep the others alive. You consider what to say. I should get the clan ready to head up the coast and west to Arborang. If you were anyone else, I'd stick around to help, but there's no one alive better suited to take care of these folks. You look at the giant Varl who has been with you through so much. Till we see each other again then. in some form or another, I imagine. The two of you smile. Before I go, I think it's time you became Alette again. Your hood might still serve you in a fight, but otherwise pull it down. The people deserve to look the leader in the eye. Thank you, Ivor. You're probably right. Alette, I'm so proud of you. There are hidden patterns on your bow, which will only become clear with practice. Take care. You as well, Eyvind. Ivor and Eyvind find a small fishing skiff. The once clear water of Fiske Bay is turning green and foul as the Varl howls the vessel toward the receding tide. I am sorry for the hardship that has become your life, though it probably means little to hear it from me. You've done great work in making it this far. Continue to push hard for the capital. With luck, my small force will face and defeat the darkness before it reaches you. I hope our efforts will not be in vain. And I hope luck is with you as well. Take care of Ivor. The Valka gives you a small smile before following the other two. You turn to the caravan. Everyone on your feet, we're pushing to Arbrang. Chapter 13. The Feathers Will Burst. A ways from the woodcutter camp, where you found the rest of the ravens, Volka joins you as you stare into the woods. Don't tell me you're fine when you're not. You're still having those damn dreams. You growl, feeling less like talking than ever, but knowing the shield maiden won't let it drop. I keep seeing Dredge in different ways. We're eating each other, then they're gone. Once I was teaching them to fight, and they respected me. It's not me, but it feels like me. Volka watches you, listening closely. In the dreams I feel old, ancient, strong. But then the dredge disappear and I feel, what? Sad. Like an emptiness, loneliness. Well, I happen to know all about loneliness among company. When you don't laugh, she shrugs it off. It's just strange that you're feeling kinship toward Dredge. Have you tried talking to that stone singer we picked up? That would just get the fun Volka involved. Zephyr will get involved regardless. If the map's right, we'll hit Old Fort and be at the Volka Tower in Manorhar soon. She'll have plenty to say there. And besides, who else knows anything about that darkness about to swallow us? Let's just finish the job. You're right, I'll talk to her. Juno. Juno or whoever mentioned the darkness coming. She also said the dredge would be running from that darkness too, but I don't see them. You hold up your hand, sensing something amiss. Volka and you both scan the trees. There. You point to an archer losing his arrow and dodge it, roaring battle cry. Oh wow. I guess we're not supposed to win this fight. Holy crap. Okay, that was a mistake. Oh, damn it. Fuck. Alright, that went better than I expected. One of the attackers is trying to hold together a wound across his stomach. He whimpers as you approach. Who sent you? You growl. We escaped. They left for Arbrang, left us in Galar. Prisoners, no food. We were starving. You end his life quickly before returning to camp with Folka. We have 0 renown. No, we have 31. Okay. Whoa! Yeah, complete army. So maybe you should buy some supplies. Who's left? Percy, Sigbjorn, and Kumar. Ollie. And Bersim, Sigbjorn might leave as well. I have a feeling. You find the Varl near an empty barrel, staring at the darkness. He would be drunk if there was more meat for him. What is it that we're doing, Blood Axe? I mean, honestly, what's the plan rattling around in that head of yours? Trying to keep us alive. And you don't find that strange, a Varl berserk playing den mother to a bunch of humans? You get in Sigbjorn's face with a deep growl. Maybe you've outlived your welcome here. Save your show of strength for one of your pups here who might actually be intimidated. You grab the warhog by a horn and punch him in the gut. He doubles over, coughing. The red-headed Val grunts, rearing up with a punch that catches you in the chin. While you recover, the ravens all gather around, some daring to cheer. Volka watches with interest. Charge Sigbjorn with your head lowered. Try to wrap him up and slam him in the ground. Hurl a barrel at his head. You rush in and grapple with Sigbjorn, both of you fighting for an advantage. Everyone else moves back, giving you two a wide berth. When you finally get a hold of and throw him to the ground, he rolls, grabs a pot of boiling soup and lobs it at you. You bat the pot away, but the liquid splashes you, and you roar in pain. Sigbjorn's face drops as he sees the rage in your eyes, the berserk. You cover the distance in 2 steps, not remembering, drawing your axes. They slash fiercely, wildly, repeatedly. There's one less Varl in the world. Everyone stays well away from you until Folka sings that your fury has passed. Even then the ravens are cautious as they strip Sigbjorn's body of valuables and prepare his pyre. Well, he left. In a way, he left. Oh man. I don't really want to promote her. 13. One renown gets 2. Execute talent +2. One arrange the distance. That's rather good. 2 arm per turn. On this jewel encrust. Oh, sorry about that. Encrust headband, the eye of an ivory white cat seems to be looking around on its crown. Two armor per turn. But we do have the Mender, but for how long? +1 break talents, +3 break, holy shit. One will per turn. 3 will at rest. Ooh. The 2 armor turn looks really good though. Valka Zephyr is speaking quietly to Folka when you approach. Not forbidden, only rare for Valka to have children. So Nichols was like a son. He was not my child of birth. What did you do to him back in that cave? Some mother, killing your cub to save her own fur. The look that contorts Zephyr's face almost makes you reach for claw and fang. I should make you pay for such a thoughtless, callous remark. Watch yourself, Valka. No, you watch yourself, Val. Even the strength of mountains can be brought down by the wind, and you're no mountain. I'd love to talk bets on which of you could come out on top, but I'm more interested in what happened to Nichols. The Valka holds your stare until you snort and drop it. I did the only thing I could do, the thing we never want to do. The Valka's eyes fill with tears. I forced a skip in the pattern, which won't mean much to you. Suffice to say that Menders usually repair skips or mistakes in the woven fabric of our world. They cover powerful, exposed threads until all is right and the pattern is whole. I did just the opposite. You stare at her blankly. By skipping Nichols, I exposed the thread and used that power to end Isla's attack. And that cost Nichols his life. Yes, but it's a sacrifice every mender is prepared to make, should it be necessary. How do I know you won't try to skip me when we get to Manahar? Because I can't. It's a conscious choice a mender is taught how to make. Silence spans a few moments. Brave kid then. The ravens will remember him in a battle chant. I'm sure he would have liked that. Was there anything else you wanted to discuss? Any idea why Galar would abandon his prisoners? I've been out of contact with the council since I departed from Bindal, but it can't be good. If the prisoners were telling the truth about everyone fleeing to Arbrang, King Minov will have a serious problem to handle. I wonder if that girl Alette knows what she's headed for. They're not our concern. Was there anything else you wanted to discuss? Enough talking. Agreed, we need to get this car to Manahar soon, and we're not far now. Where the hell is Manahar? It's still not on the map. Or what? Ah, here. Manahar. The home of the Menders. Manahar was built near Arbrang at great expense in exchange for the Menders' support at the capital and other diplomatic duties. Manahar itself, connected to the mainland by an unexpectedly stable rope bridge, houses apprentices in training. The Mender Council and the vast library of writings and unusual items the Mender have collected over time. It depends on what you call close. It's still a long way to go, it seems. Alright, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.